This is Missi Roti, also known as an Indian chickpea flour flatbread. That might also be called graham flour. You can use different legume flours here, but just look at how cool those look. So many different ways that you can vary how these look, the color and the different ingredients you garnish them with. There's so much fun and a perfect way to use wild seeds and spices that I gather. So here I'm mixing chickpea flour with some gluten-free Bob's Red Mill. You could use all-purpose flour. You could use whole wheat flour. You could probably even use 100% legume flour. So easy to make, and this is unleavened, so there's no rising time. I just take some oil, want to make sure to add some oil, and I kind of treat these out of habit like making tortillas, so I add hot water. You could add cold water. It's totally fine. Works either way. I've made these like 6 times this week, so I should know. And then we just knead that together until it comes into a ball. Let that rest, wrap it in a little cling film. About 15, 20 minutes later, we're going to roll these out into little dough balls. And you're going to get about 6 little flatbreads from 1 cup of combined bean flour and wheat flour, rather. Now, there's a few different ways that you can press these. They have to be pressed. And the first thing I did was use a tortilla press. I was like, oh, it's perfect, just like tortillas. Nope, tortillas are a little bit too thin. I include it just for posterity, so you can kind of, I can show my work here. And they worked okay, but they did not brown. It's hard to match the heat of a tandoor oven at home. You have to go under the broiler, because they're usually like just blazing hot ovens. And when they were too thin, then they did not brown. They cooked and overcooked and got dry before they browned. And you want them a little bit thicker here. So using a grill press or just, a baking sheet or something like that, or even a small rolling pin, that works really well. Now you can see after I press them here, I'm going to garnish it. Typically, it'll just be like a little chopped onion or some coriander seeds. But you can be really creative. I wanted to do this to show you how to be creative with different seeds, because I gather a lot of interesting wild seeds. I mean, nettle seeds, wild fennel seeds, wild caraway, all kinds of things that you can eat in a single bite. And I was adding black sesame, so many different things you can add. A little bit of allium. I want to do one with ramp leaves and chive flowers in the spring, and a little bit of chopped Fresno chili. The chili is optional, but we're going to press the garnish into the dough and then cook them under the broiler. Now at the end, we brush them with garlic ghee or garlicky clarified butter. Take some minced garlic, simmer it in a little bit of butter, and then brush it over the top. You could use different oils here. Then I garnish it with a little flaky salt, some fresh cracked black pepper. You could put herbs in it. I mean, you could put spice powders on it. There's so many things that I didn't get to that I wanted to show you for different ways you can vary it. Either way, they're so good to the curry or just as an appetizer by themselves. The full recipe is on my website. There's a link at the top of the video description for that. Thanks for watching.